Right gamers, it is time for round 2 of the barbecue battles. And today we are doing Kansas versus Texas. So we'll start with the Kansas City rub, which is going to be 6 tablespoons of brown sugar and then 3 tablespoons of smoked paprika, which we'll just go with that. Just quickly tidy up the bit that I put all over the table. 2 teaspoons of pretty much everything else. So we need some garlic powder, we need some chili powder, some onion powder, coarse sea salt, crack in some pepper, and then we'll give that a good mix. So that's the first one spatchcocked. What we're going to do now is put a little bit of yellow mustard on there, which we're going to rub in. This will be the binder for the rub, and then we're going to start off with the North Carolina rub. We're just going to work that rub into the meat itself, and that is looking brilliant. So the Texas rub is very similar. Going 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and then we're all 1 teaspoon of the lasts. So garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, sea salt, black pepper, and then pretty much the only big difference is cayenne pepper, which we'll be putting in a teaspoon of that. And now we'll give that a good mix. It's the same thing again, a little bit of mustard, get that all over there. Then it's time to get the Texas rub all over there. And that looks good to go. Now it's time to get the barbecue cranking, baby. Right, so we've got some plum wood on there again, just to add that smoky flavour. I think we're at a pretty good temperature, really. We're sitting around 150-ish Fahrenheit. I sort of want 175. 175 will be like perfect, but I'd say we'll get there pretty easy. So I think we'll chuck those chickens on and temperature probes in, and we'll be all good to go. Get that Kansas chicken on there. Get our Texas chicken on there. Now I've got some chores to do that I've been putting off for the whole days off so far, so I'll leave you guys in charge of looking after this, and I'll be back down to check on how you're going soon. Right, so my mic's going to be a bit shit for this part of the video, but we are losing temperature. We're at about 148, 150 Fahrenheit on the other one. So I'm just getting this last little bit of coals going up, just to give us our last little bit of temperature. We're going to need to get this 165 for the chicken to be ready. Right, so the last bit we need to do for this Kansas chicken is spread a little bit of barbecue sauce on top of it. Now, one of these probes is just gone 165. We're going to wait for the next one just to do the same thing, and then we'll pull them both off, and then it'll be time to go. Right, so it is time for the test. We'll start off with the Kansas one, I think, this time round. Same thing again, we've got a wee bit of breast, we've got a drum, gives us a good taste of like the red meat to the white meat. Yeah. It's not bad. Mostly I just get the barbecue sauce, to be fair. A lot of that rub is just getting lost in that. It's got to be a wee bit of a kick to it. But I think that's good. I don't think it's better than the North Carolina though. I would say that would be a 7. Yeah, we're going to go a 7. And now we're going to try our Texas one, which is a lot simpler. It is just a rub. So, same with that last breast. Not a lot of flavour sort of coming through on it, but I'm sure we'll get a lot more of the flavour when we come into here. So I'd say it's pretty similar score-wise for the breast. One thing I will say about that one is that the heat, if you like heat, That's got a good a good deal of it in there. That's for sure. Which I don't know if I love that. Not for my palate at least. But in saying that, sort of those flavours are quite complex when you're getting that first bite into there, because you do get that sweetness from your fucking brown sugar and all that sort of stuff. I also think the bark didn't develop as good as I would have liked it to have done, because personally I think I like the flavour more of the Texas, but the spice is a bit much for me. To be fair, I would almost give that a 7 as well, because the heat doesn't actually stay around for too long. Like I'm feeling quite at a good level now. But the fact of it is, as well, as I want to see Texas continue. I'm sorry, Kansas. I am a wee bit biased. I would like to see Texas continue on, as, you know, they're seen as the king of barbecue, and we're really going to put that to the test. I don't want them going out first round. Texas is a 7.1. See yas.